Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today. This is your guy again, Mr. MW. I'm an entrepreneurship trainer, business coach, and Mr. Automator. Well, so many of you have been asking me, Munya, when are you gonna bring in some of the people that have been with you on your journey when you were starting from being unknown to running a global company operating in 23 countries? And I said, okay, I think this is the time, for us to go back. And I was looking and stressing myself, who should I go and check? Who should I go? Who should I approach? And then today is the day that just happened, because today I am bringing one person who has been there, who knows my lows and my highs, somebody, that I met by the time I was also trying to expand in my business, in my network marketing business. So I was also in the process of expanding, and growing. And then this person welcomed me with two hands. I can say with three. I think, yeah, I think she had a third hand. And she welcomed me and didn't just become my landlord, but she actually became my sister, because she was also growing her business as well, as I was growing. So please help me welcome the one and only, my sister, Tinashe Chingwaru. Sister Tinashe, welcome you. How are you?
Hello. I'm excellent, Munya. How are you?
I'm so excited to have you. Yes, of all of the interviews that I ever done, this is one of the most special interviews that I am doing, because what will it be called if I am not interviewing the people like you? Where on earth am I going to say, I've got an academy that is running, if I don't have you on the show? So thank you so much for creating time. I know you are one hell of a woman who is busy doing a lot of things and being busy, but thank you so much for creating time for us.
It's a pleasure, Munyaraza. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I always take every chance I get to speak with you. I delight speaking with you all the time. I enjoy speaking with you. So be it on a video or in an interview, on a telephone call, I always look forward to talking with you, because it's always a lot of fun and a lot of productivity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so before I go any further, please tell me, who is Tina? I know it's a very difficult question.
For me, Tina is Tinashe Chingwaru. Yes, based in Somerset West, a mother of one, CEO of EXQUISITE TINA CREATIONS, and like a child of God, like a princess, princess, yeah. And yeah, I think that's basically a community leader, you can say that. Yeah, I think that's basically can cut who I am in short.
Wow, that's a tip of an iceberg, because your profile goes very, very far. It goes very, very far. But thank you so much for sharing it in that. But well, I understand as a business person, right now, well established, somebody who, if you are to open your mouth and ask people to jump, the whole nation is gonna jump. But tell me, I understand you didn't start like this. Tell me,
Yes.
what made you being an entrepreneur, and also how did you start doing everything that you're doing? Like EXQUISITE Creation, I witnessed EXQUISITE Creation when it was still growing, and right now is this big publish thing that is happening, that have got so many branches. We've got this, we've got that, in EXQUISITE. Let me not break the news. Can you just tell us how did you start, and what made you being an entrepreneur? Why did you choose to be an entrepreneur, not go and work? What is it exactly that made you to start your to dive into business?
I think I was raised into entrepreneurship. At first, like, I didn't know what was the word entrepreneur. I didn't know the word entrepreneur growing up. But growing up, I knew I was special in a way. Like, there was this thing that just like is special on me. I could feel it, and everyone else could feel it also, and they could see it, but we could not really pinpoint what it was. So I was raised by an entrepreneur. Now that I know the meaning of an entrepreneur, I was raised by an entrepreneur. My mom, from a very young age, she made sure she taught me how to sell, how to make products, how to interact with people. So I think I was raised by an entrepreneur. From a very young age, I remember making flower wreaths for the funerals. I would make wreaths every day when I come back from school. I would make 2 wreaths. And then at the end of the day, because we are 5 of us, at the end of the week, it's 50 flowers. Then we sell them. Then that's how we used to pay for our maid and for always having new clothes. Also, I remember when it's my mom's birthday, she would make us have a cake competition. There's so many things. Even there was no Google that time. So like when she was a buyer, so she would make me run around the town comparing prices so that she can find a better place to sell her stuff. And then I would also like start selling things from this shop to this shop, from this shop to this shop. So it was just like a lifestyle for me. And then when I decided to make the change from Zimbabwe to come here now, I was all alone. My mom was no longer there. So that's when like the independent entrepreneurship journey started. And I was always someone who believes in working for herself. So when there was no job opportunities, when I first got here, I took what my mom had taught me. I started making wreaths. I made few wreaths and I went and I sold them to very big funeral parlors. They bought them, but the challenge was they were taking too long to be sold. So I would only get my check after. So that would mean I cannot pay my rent on time. I cannot pay my electricity on time. So I was forced to look for a job. And then when I was employed now, I'm a very good person. Like I when I do anything that I do, it's always 200%. I think you know me. If you give me to clean, I clean diligently. Oh yeah. I'm not like I always guarantee everything that I do. So if someone else does it better than I do, then I will pay you or whatever. But I'm not gonna have anyone doing what I am doing better than me. Understand? So if you give me a mop, I would do 200%. So that has been my lifestyle. So it means wherever I go, it's growth. But also with that same spirit, not everyone embraces growth so fast. So if you're a person who's excellent, you're a threat. So for me in my workplace now, I was becoming uncomfortable. People would like just try to make my life difficult for no reason. But now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I can, if I reflect in my journey, those people, they were being used by God not to make me comfortable. So at that particular time, had they made me comfortable, because the places were very nice, the salaries were very comfortable, but it was safe. So if they were not used to cause problems, to harass me, I would have stayed there for forever. So when I was working at a certain place, I was also selling handbags and shoes. I made, and then I started saying, okay, my salary is less than what I'm making from selling handbags, shoes, and perfumes. So it made me like I could resign. If I'm not comfortable at my workplace, I could resign. Because I had another source of income. But when you do those type of moves, we are in a journey. That's all I can say. Also, we are in a journey where God is teaching us as we go. So with every challenge that I was getting, especially when I said I'm resigning, I'm thinking, okay, I'm resigning. One of my friends said, what are you going to be? I said, I'm going to be a CEO, because I was sure I was going to start a business. But when you get into business, if you are not equipped, if you are not ready, you can easily quit. So soon after I've resigned, I started selling my shoes and bags, and my business turned 360 degrees. Nobody wanted to buy anything. Now that I'm no longer working, I'm doing this full time. So I panicked. Serious. So I panicked, and then I looked for a job.
Again.
Went and I looked for a job. So I was a pharmacy assistant. I had to go and look for a job as a waitress because I was not ready. So I went and I went to the restaurant. I started doing the restaurant thing, but it wasn't for me because I don't like scuffling, and like most of the things, like you live on tips, percentages of whatever. So my spirit, and knowing that I can do things for myself, my spirit was not settled. So what ended up happening was, because I trust God so much also, and I wasn't comfortable, I ended up saying, you know what, God, this is not working for me. This working for people thing is not working for me. So I'm resigning again. Then I resigned. No money. No, at that time I was having challenges with my marriage also. And all my friends also, they didn't understand me. So they also all like left me. So I was like left all alone for quite some time. I think it was 2 or 3 months that I was left alone, not knowing what to do, because I couldn't even understand also what was going on with me.
Yeah.
But now I can tell you it's a journey that God was preparing me for, because when He wants to start something new and something strong with you, He will isolate you so that you can concentrate and focus on Him. And then on that month, I had time to reflect and to I was just almost like depressed. I think you can say I was depressed. But when you are down and there's no one around, you've got more time to focus on yourself.
That's
Then, yeah.
correct.
So then from that point in time, it was New Year's Eve. I remember one New Year's Eve. I think I was having personal issues. My spirit and me, we were having a fight. I'm supposed to go this way, and I was not ready. So New Year's Eve, there was this song that a sister was sharing with me. It was called Holy Spirit, and it was from Martin PK. That's my favorite song because it changed my life. So when I listened to that song, it was kind of a revelation for me. I can never be alone. Holy Spirit is always with me, like He will guide me in all things. With Him, I need nobody else. And with Him, I've got everything. So that was now my strength. That's where my strength, like I was just renewed in strength, and I was geared and fired to go. So after that song, I went and I took a book that was close to me. It was called A Rhapsody of Realities. First page, Munya, it was addressing exactly what was my challenge. My challenge was exceptionalism. So if you are an exceptional person, there is natural things that follow you. If you look at people that are exceptional, you have to have a personality that can ignore, that is strong, that is not easily pushed over. So like, I'm an exceptional being. So it was talking about Joseph being an exceptional, his brother selling him, blah, 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 blah. So when that was revealed to me, I became bold and strong and untouchable. So every idea, everything that I wanted to do, knowing that also I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I've got Holy Spirit who's with me 24 hours. When I get stuck, I call upon Him, and then He just does His thing. So that's how my entrepreneurship journey started. So
sorry, wait, let me ask you one thing. So what was going on in your mind by the time you quitted your job? Because you said you quitted the job first, and then and then went to dive in business, and then everything stopped, like as if somebody was going to say, don't buy from Tina, don't buy from Tina, or as if you don't even exist. So tell me something. There might be somebody out there who tried that, right? COVID came, and then they tried it and they said, no, it's fine, I can quit, I can do this, I can do it. So what was going on in your mind by the time you said, oh, flip, I think I made a mistake? Were you judging yourself? Like, did you ever judge yourself? Like, this me, I did this. Did you ever judge yourself? And what was your feeling when you were that down? Because the day you are going to discover those feelings, that the day you are going to say, okay, this is me, this is normal life. Yes, it happens. I've got my highs, I've got my lows. So explain to me the experience that I was the experience that you went through during the time that you're on your low. You're trying to sell and nobody is buying your shoes and your bag. So what was going on there?
For me, I never thought it was a mistake, because I kind of knew what I wanted to do. So I said, it's almost like, you know, when you're African, you always think witchcraft.
Yeah.
You think you're always quick to blame witchcraft, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't a case of witchcraft. I think it was timing also, and God wanting to strengthen me. But in me that time, looking for another job, it means that I panicked. So panicking is what led me to going back. So in life, everyone, we panic. We get times that we panic. But if you realize you have panicked and you correct, or if you realize you have made a mistake and you correct whatever, because also, like, I don't know about other people, I can only talk about me. For me, everything is spiritual, Munya. For me to meet with you, there was a reason. It was an appointment from God. So when I look at life like that, everything makes sense for me. So at that particular time, had people bought my shoes, my perfumes, and my handbags, I was going to just be a small time sales lady, you know, just selling shoes, getting money to eat, like that. I was just going to be a sales lady. I think I was not going to be an entrepreneur, a businesswoman. Right now, I'm an entrepreneur. I solve problems, like huge problems. I don't sell stuff. I bring solutions. This is what I am. This is what when people didn't buy my shoes, this is what they've made. This is the product of what they've made, because now I had to become something bigger, you know, but also timing, God's timing. So in everything that is happening in your life at this particular moment, there's a reason why it's happening. All you have to do is ask yourself, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why did I meet this particular individual? If you find out why you met that particular individual, you will take whatever you are supposed to take and go to the next step.
Wow.
So like with me, everyone that I meet in my life, everything that is happening to me, it's a lesson. It's a lesson, or it's a connection. I always take it like that. I have no losses, I have no gains. Like I have not, like my life is just in the hands of the Lord. So my prayer also is, God, let me not miss the people that I'm supposed to meet. Let me not miss the opportunities that I'm supposed, because He's the one who channels them to me.
Amazing. So Tina, tell me, since we said entrepreneurship is the journey, right? Entrepreneurship is the journey. I'm gonna come back to how you started the Exquisite Creations, but before you go there, since we say entrepreneurship is the journey, how important is, number one, people, number two, knowing and learning your highs and lows? Like for example, being able to recognize that, okay, this time I am on my lows. What is it that I am supposed to learn? Or this time I am on my highs. What is it that I am supposed to do to prepare when I am on my lows? So, so tell me, how important is people on the journey, the people that you meet along the way? How important is it to, so that you can actually analyze and know that, okay, this person was sent for this one was sent for that? How important is that? Like people on the journey. Can you say it's my journey alone? Can you really become an entrepreneur alone and say, this is my own journey? I can go, I can start it and get wherever I need to go alone. Or you need people? If you need people, how important is it?
You need people, Munya. I think for me, people are like angels. People that you meet in this journey, most of them, like, they are like angels, but they are serving different what can I say? They are giving you different experiences. So there's angels from death, there's angels from God, angels. So with each individual that you meet, they are there to give you something. They are there to help you with something. If they steal from you, they will help you to close, to make sure you find a system that will make everything right. Understand? So if they come, and like you were to me, Munya, you came in my life when I really needed someone like you, because I told you I had no friends, I had no one. So God sent me you at that particular moment, and you know, me and you, we just got each other, because we are in a kind of one road. You know, what we want is success. What we want is service, and people is what we live for. You know, it's for me. Like, it's not about money for me anymore. It's about hearts, you know. It's about hearts. It's about how many solutions, you know. What can I do? Money then just automatically. I think the goal at first was to make money, but it changed somewhere along the line for me. It changed somewhere along the line. So now I think I want to be the best human contact anyone has ever met. So I don't care you are smelling. I don't care you are the president. I will try to give you the best me, the best version of me that I can give you, because I never know what you're bringing in my life. You know, I had people coming to invest in my business. They would invest and not want anything in return. So because they've just seen the desire and they just want to see me, because I've helped them with one small thing. For me, it was not even a big thing, but you will find someone with gratitude. They will come and assist you to your next position. So people is everything. For me, I serve people. That's my life. I serve people. Right now, I'm no longer like one-on-one. I used to be like if you come into where I stay, you know, Munya, like I'm sister this, sister that. Everyone is just saying sister, sister. I want to hear what is happening with your life. I want to hear what happened with that permit that you were applying. I want to hear what happened to your child that you were struggling to get a school position for. I want to hear, did you find that job? So in me getting to know people, I get to understand people's challenges. And then when
amazing.
So you said people. You said people one. The other one was the second one that you wanted me to. The second. You said I have to address people.
Okay. The second question was, how important is it to look at your downfalls as lessons, not as a misfortune or as witchcraft? You know, because
like I said, like I said, life is a journey. I think, like I said, life is a journey.
Yes.
As life is a journey, Munya, everything that is coming with it, you must embrace it. You must embrace the downs. You must embrace the highs. You must embrace, like, own every. I mean, you cannot threaten me with anything, because I've owned every part of my mistake, because I am making mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I make mistakes, and I'm not always right. I admit that. But you know what? Where I'm good, I'm very good. And I admit that I'm very good. You know what? I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. There's things that I accept and I know. And then there's things that you cannot tell. Like, you know, like, I make mistakes. I'm a human being.
You're
so
a human being.
It's in this. My life is not coming with a manual. You know, it's not coming with a manual. So what happens now sometimes with me, with this question that you have asked me, what people expect me to be perfect. I am close to perfect. I can tell you that, because my desire every morning when I wake up is to do good. But sometimes this world that I'm living in, it's full of bad things. It rubs off on me. And then it can be something small. It can be, I can offend someone without even knowing that I've offended someone. So for me, I've embraced myself fully and wholly. I don't have any downfalls that I am not afraid, but I'm afraid of. I've just taken life as a journey, and I'm taking it one day at a time. So that aspect of me getting to live my life one day at a time, you know, it's very difficult, because people want to live 20 years a year later, and they want to live yesterday. Now, today, with Munya in front of me, with Munya in front of you, what are you doing now? That's all that matters. Because if I say, Friday, which guarantee do I have that Friday I'm gonna be here? I don't have guarantee. So I do good today to the best of my ability, that when I go to bed, I know I've used all my talents. I know I've used all my energy. I know I've done my best. What I don't want is to regret not doing my best. Like, if I have to say, hi, Munya, then I don't greet you. Then tomorrow I don't see you. Maybe you are now dead, or someone stepped you and then you are dead. Then I regret. I wish I had. If I see you and your tie is wrong and what, I will stop you and I will correct you. And then you might like it, you might not like it, but I have done my part.
Correct.
I'm always doing my part. I don't really mind how you take what I have done. understand, but I would have done my part. My part I will always do. So how people will take my part is out of them, because I've now also learned to understand that how someone else sees me is not my responsibility. My responsibility is how I see myself.
Wow. Wow. How someone else looks at you, it doesn't matter. It's not your responsibility, but the responsibility, your responsibility, and what only matters is how you look at yourself. Because other people, you know, they might go 7 years back and try now to start opening the files for 7 years, 20 years back, and start trying to attach them to you. But, you know, I loved the point that you say, Rolf, take it one day at a time. And this reminds me of, guess when? I think that was 2017.
Junior, can you please stop that?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You know, it reminds me of that time that we just moved in, when you were still learning how to do a business card or learn how to do a flyer. And you know,
remember, my journey started with me not even knowing how to switch on the computer.
Oh, the computer.
I think you got when I could switch on. You know, when you came into my life, I could switch on the computer and I could do some of the stuff. But the business card, oh my goodness, with publisher, not even with Photoshop, not even with Photoshop or Corel Draw, with publisher.
Yeah,
with publisher.
Yeah, and listen. The part that I want us to celebrate, or that I just want to talk about, you know, the part of taking it one day at a time. You know, we could come to work one day, and then we learn one skill. We learn how to change a document from being a PDF to be a Word, and we could celebrate, like really, and go home satisfied, being so grateful. So yeah, so what am I saying? Don't look at Tina right now and say, wow, she's driving this, wow, she's having that, wow, so I also want to do like that. No, go one step, because right now, if I am to say, Tina, let's go back 7 years and actually do everything, you know, right now you can track your success from where it was to be where it is right now. You know, I still remember we used to celebrate like those little things that way. So tell me one thing.
Even now I still celebrate.
Yeah, and how important is celebrating your small successes on the journey. Like today, achieve this, and then you celebrate it. You achieve this, and then you celebrate. How important is it really? Like celebrating those small things, because you know a lot of people tend to only want to celebrate a big deal, forgetting that they are also getting these small deals that are building to that big deal.
You know what's coming into my head as you're asking that question?
Uh-huh.
That sumo called teaspoon sagare sugar.
Yes, yeah.
You know, the small is piling to eventually becoming big.
Yeah.
So you really, entrepreneurship, it's patience. Like I said, it's a journey. You just don't wake up successful, yeah, having 5 branches, 20 branches, employing 120 people. It's first you start working for yourself, then you employ 1 person, then you employ 5, then you employ 3. It's a journey. So you have to be patient and to know seasons and time. What season am I, like for me, I'm now disciplined, you know. I think I'm one of those disciplined people. Like if it's not time for something, I understand. When it's time for something, then I do it. And when it's the right time, you will find it goes smoothly. But when you want to push things, like you go and take a BMW or a Jeep, and then you become Porsche, and your business is not yet strong, you will not survive. Understand? Because you need to pay installments. So being an entrepreneur requires you to be very patient. You will see people that are driving, and you see people that are popping bottles. You see, but because you are disciplined and you know you are not looking at the now, you are looking at a long-term goal. because for me, I've got my short-term goals is today to do the best that I can. But I also want to see my vision and all these things that God is putting into my spirit expand. So it requires discipline. It requires also living, not for yourself or not for the people. It requires genuine. I think you used to, like, sometimes I used to focus more on how do I look to people. Do I look rich enough? Do I look, is everything on point? What do you want to pray? Who do you want? You must ask yourself inside, is everything on point? If the answer is yes from the inside, then it can reflect from the outside.
Yeah.
So it's not what people see, it's what you feel. And then when what you feel, you take it outside, it just shines, it doesn't matter, it's short here, it doesn't matter, it's what, it just goes, because that's the truth. So being true to yourself helps in this journey. Because one day at a time requires you to be truthful. Okay, today I have to walk, I can't Uber because I have to save. Today I have to Uber because I can't afford a car. Okay, today I can't, because if you look at the long-term goal, and if you live your today correctly, your tomorrow will be perfect. So people now, we are taking everything vice versa. We want to live retirement age when you are still 24, 25. You can't leave retirement when you're 24. It's time to work. It's time to focus. Which way is life taking me? So by leaving retirement, because those people have saved, have their retrenchment packages, they've had times of savings. Some of them had sold their businesses. So they are living that life because they can, and that is their truth.
Amazing.
You must live where you are right now. If you are a 2-year-old entrepreneur, live like a 2-year-old entrepreneur. Like a business for me, it was almost like a baby. I had to. You've seen me, Monya. You've seen me. I think I don't like. I'm now. We are just telling other people so that they can learn. But I don't have to really. If it was for you, you don't. You didn't have to explain. We feed the baby. Yeah. It starts from crawling. It starts from milk. Then it's walking, then we introduce solids, then the baby is running until it's strong. So take it easy, journey, patience.
Take it easy every day. So as we are approaching to the end, I can talk to you for years. But I just want to ask one thing. You were in media every day. We have seen you in movies, we've seen you on interviews, we've seen you everywhere. And then you become quiet. And then right now we are now seeing you again, coming back here and there, probably again. So tell me, I understand the period that you were quiet, that was the period you were building the business, growing this baby, right? But why are you back now? On these medias, on doing ads, on doing that. Why are you back now? Because to those who are listening, this lady, she's being paid to actually run, to do video ads, right? She has been running shows at Zondex TV on different platforms, like on different topics, very crucial topics that I should be doing. Don't look at this cool Tina that you are seeing now. I know the cool Tina, the bubbly one. Yes. So tell me, how important is for an entrepreneur to also look at, okay, this is the time for this. This is time for that. This is time for, because you were there and then you went quiet, focusing on your business, doing this each and every time. And then you went this again. And right now, I know, right now you are sitting there, but you are having like construction business that is happening. Sometimes, so sometimes I can't recognize you in websites, because you are there doing things, changing lives, solving problems. So tell me, what's going on? Just tell me what's going on in 3 minutes.
For me, I think the beginning of my life was like in media. It was more like networking. I had to know the who's who of whatever. because in being out there, being in the media, it made my life also easy, because I knew if I wanted to do a service and solution center, I needed the CEO of this. All of them were in my palm because I knew them. I had interacted with them at one point in time in my media. So media, I went to gather a network and like a good contact. So most of the people that I've met, they know me personally. So if I call them, I'm like, oh, my name is Tina. I'm the one who interviewed you, so and so. So it's a point of contact for me. And then it came a time that I could not now. When I started my business, I couldn't afford to be everywhere. Like I had to focus on my business, because sometimes being on media, that particular time, I thought I needed to have Brazilian, I thought I needed to have makeup, I thought I needed to have new clothes all the time, because most of the times when you are not looking that fly, people don't want to see your interviews, then that will affect your views. So I said I could not use that money to do those things. I had a new baby, which is my business, that I had to support. So all my focus, all my expenses, all my energy went into my business. So it started, like, I didn't get a chance to explain my business, like how it started and how it grew, because of discipline and like just being focused. So it went very far, so short, because I had to take all my resources, channel them on one point, on one focus. Then I concentrate on that point. Then when I am done, next. Then when I'm done, next. So now when everything is, I'm now kind of relaxed. That time I was more also like, it was God driven. I was God driven. So right now I can see most of the things that I have planted, most of my seeds that I've planted, the service center, the salon, the construction, the printing, all those things now, they are now giving back into my life. So I'm kind of like now a bit flourishing, but still responsible, because I know where it all comes from. When you have worked for it, you know how to be disciplined, you know what's necessary and what's not necessary.
Wow, amazing. And also, yes, yeah. I don't know how did I escape this question, but I know there's also another part in the building. As you said that you couldn't just I can't say fake it. But I don't say that you couldn't just keep up with the outside appearance, yet you have got something to take care of. But also, like being in the media, I know you are a well-connected woman. From the embassies to the government to everywhere, you are all connected everywhere, because you have been the face of the community. And that's one of the most the amazing also opportunity that the media can also give you. Okay, so as I'm checking my time, okay, so so in 3 minutes, I don't know if you are able to explain. I know we love talking, but yeah, in 3 minutes, I don't know if you are able to explain or just brief us. How did you now grow these Exquisite Creations that is now covering a lot of things? And also maybe you can also tell us what are some of the services that you are also providing as well under Exquisite Creations as well. Yeah. So how did you grow it, and what are some of the services you are providing right now?
So Exquisite Tina Creations, it's a company that provides solutions. So I've got many businesses that are providing solutions, different kind of solutions. Back then when we were growing up, people were saying jack of all trades, master of them, master of none. But me, I'm jack of all trades, master of them all. Because with Exquisite Tina Creations, I work with the best of every industry that I'm in. So if I see there's a problem that needs to be solved, I go and find the best in that. Then I sit down with them. Then we provide solutions. So the first solution that I had was for the people from my country. I could see they were having logistics problems with having bank accounts, having funeral policies, and I wanted to provide a service and solution center. That's when we met. we provided a service and solution center for them. Then I saw in my vicinity there was a need for printing. We started as printing, but now we've gone corporate branding. Like if you are patient and if you are disciplined, I started from zero, you know that. With the profits, I would invest back in the business because I didn't have to buy makeup, I didn't have to buy new clothes and whatever. Like my hair went like this because some of the things just felt useless for me. And then because my hair went like that, and like people most of them thought I didn't have money, but for me the challenge was time. I could not go far to go and do my hair, so I said, okay, I need a salon close to me. Then it's a solution. I made a solution for myself. I opened a hair salon. Then I have just a hair salon. So now we have services and solutions where I open like business accounts and whatever. And then we do printing. And then now we've got a hair salon. Then I don't know how God did it. I ended up doing civils, trenching and making sure we had fiber is going on the ground. Then 1 year later, I'm doing food tank fiber. So it's a journey, like I said, with every individual that you are meeting, with what you are putting in 150%. You are told, can you clean my house for me? Then you clean the house. Not only do you clean the house, you do the laundry also, and you do the dishes. You make sure that when people see people that are doing diligent things, the reward is giving you more. And also God will trust you with more responsibilities. So that has been my case. If you give me something, I will grow it. And I will, like, I don't care if it's your house or whatever, I'll treat it like it's my own. If you leave me with your child, that baby is almost like my baby. So what I would do to my child is what I would do to your child. So it's for me, that has been the thing. So now people trust me with like
everything.
Big responsibilities. Like I'm telling you, food tank is not, it's not a baby. And like I love God. You know what, Munya? And now I'm actually practically like an engineer, you know, but I didn't go to engineering school. But I get paid because when I'm busy doing this engineering stuff, you know, figuring it out, they're paying me, but I'm also learning. Understand? Yeah. So now what I just have to do is go and do credentials. Then voila, because some people go 6 years, 10 years to the university. They're paying school fees. Me, I'm doing the University of Life, being paid to learn and do it right. There on the go. No thinking. And when I get an opportunity, I recognize it's an opportunity. I treat it as an opportunity because I know how many people that are out there that are yearning for what I have, for that are wanting to be where I am. So God has placed me with this responsibility. I will guard it with my life. If it means I have to wake up at 1 o'clock, if it means I have. Wow. I didn't say my other business. I didn't say my other business that I'm doing funeral repatriations. Like I'm the CEO of MFS. Like you find, where do I get the time? Even me, sometimes I'm like, where do you get the time? But if you want it, I'm telling you, like if I tell you my day today, I think I've lived 1 week in 1 day.
Samia, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
I think I've lived 1 week in 1 day.
You know,
in 1 day, I'll tell you I've done that, and everyone is happy and perfect. Sometimes I have to wake up very, very, very early. That's how we used to do it that time. So yeah. With those small responsibilities, now with big responsibilities, I'm telling you, if I tell you I will do it, I will do it. If I'm telling you I will find a way, I will not sleep until I find a way. But if you see me sleeping, it means I'm resting and I've done what I've promised. I never sleep without fulfilling a promise.
Wow. Jack of all trades, master of them all, right? And the other biggest lesson that I learned from you is if they can't provide it for you, then create it, right? If there are no opportunities, create one for yourself. She couldn't find time to go and do her hair. And she said, how about I can bring the salon in my house? And I'm owning now the salon. Now the salon is no longer doing her hair, but is now bringing money again to her. There you had it. Guys, if you want to connect with Tina, we are going to put all of her links down there. where you can connect with her and learn from this amazing. So I am telling you, she is my sister. You know, I love you so much, my sister. And because of what you do, what you did to me, and what I did to you, and where we were and where we are right now, it's so amazing. We can just say it's been only God who have been doing that for us. So thank you so much for joining me. And this was so amazing. I learned a lot. You know, when I was listening to you, I was thinking like, is this the Tina that I know? Who is talking about this? Wow. Yeah, you know, because some of the stories I don't even know them, but thank you so much for coming. And I hope you,
It's been a
our listeners,
it's been
learned
a
a lot.
pleasure. Thank you, Munya, and I hope maybe one day the tables will turn, then I'll be interviewing you because I know I'll put you on a hotspot. You didn't even put me on. I'll put you on a hotspot.
Yeah, thank you so much, because there's a lot for us to buy, but thank you so much. So if you are still watching this, thank you so much for doing that, and make sure that you click on the link below to connect to connect with Tina. And if you want to listen to this and more of these interviews as well, make sure that you join us in the BNC Academy. For we have been sitting with some of the most amazing entrepreneurs globally who are also sharing their story. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much, Sistina. You have been so amazing, and I hope to see how much you are going to do. Thank you so much.